Namaste, Recovery Warriors. Julie and Christy here with a Pose of the Month blog for you. If you've been hanging out with us through the beginning of this year, we did a Warrior Pose series, which was a lot of standing work, strong standing poses. So we thought for this month it'd be nice to bring things back down to the ground and work with one of our favorite seated poses, bound angle. So join us if you're not already sitting. You don't even need a mat for this. I would suggest that you have a little bit of a prop under your sit bones, the base of your pelvis. You can see Christy's on a blanket. I'm on a little bit of a pillow. And you want that to just take up your seat. You can feel those, in fact, as you get on the ground, you can rock back and forth a bit and get a sense of those sit bones that are the base of our pelvis, really foundational structure of our body. And then this is essentially the pose, so you can join us right away with letting your knees drop out, the soles of your feet come together. You'll see that I'm starting with a little bit of a softer version of the pose, feet pushed out a little more. My hips are a little tight today. I could also prop my booty up a little bit more, and that would help with my knees dropping a little lower without pushing them, and also keeping that nice tall posture and loosening up the hips. But one way to warm the body for the full pose is to just get on the ground here and weeble wobble, as I like to call it. Weeble wobble back and forth a little bit. You can start to draw the heels in a little closer to the sit bones as you rock back and forth, but just get a feel for the ground below you, your body in connection with that. Grounding is an essential element of yoga that we talk about all the time, and I wrote about it in the beginning of the blog a bit. You can study that more on your own, but it's this sense of being really connected to the earth, really present in your body, present to your full experience without reacting to it, and feeling safe, feeling physically safe. You can ground by just looking around and going, okay, I may feel anxious, but I'm actually safe. So being grounded in reality of this moment. And also grounded in a safe space, having people around you that are supportive. I think the Recovery Warriors community is a very grounding energy because it's an online community that supports the recovery journey. So once we get still in bound angle, we can take a forward fold, and Christy's going to lead us in that. Go ahead.
All right. So if you can grab hold of your ankles or your feet, great. If you don't, just hands can rest gently on the knees. And just take a couple of deep breaths here. Starting that breath, of course, in our lower belly, our diaphragm muscle expands and kind of helps to umbrella the rib cage open to fill up the lungs more fully. Coming into that grounding space, coming into the embodiment of our physical form. And just take about 5 more deep breaths there. Long spine, relaxed shoulders and face. Just without any judgment or too much analyzing, just register how you're feeling in this posture, mentally, physically, emotionally. When you begin to fold forward, if those inner thigh muscles will allow you to, start with an inhale and just kind of lift the chest up slightly, draw the shoulders back. Keeping that long spine then as you tip slightly forward, even if it's like 0.5 centimeter. That's growth. You feel it. That's what matters. We can do that a few times. Kind of inhale, come back out of that, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, and exhale, tip back forward. Do that another time or two. And if it continues to feel good that way, then you can keep repeating that. Keep that in mind. Always going to what feels good in our bodies, what feels like it's beneficial. And on our last leaning forward, if you press the bottoms of the feet together with just a little bit more strength, you might feel a subtle more opening on those inner thighs and the hips. And after another couple breaths there, we can begin to soften the spine, the whole spine, from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and just round in that shape slightly. Feel free to slide your feet further away from you to give a little bit more space in the pelvis. And this is addressing that more yin side of our posture, where we just go in and receive the pose, let the yoga come to us, instead of so much making us go to the yoga.
I love that.
So our yin components, the relaxing of the muscle engagement, helps to get into some of our other tissues, our connective tissues. So you might feel that all the way down the back. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Invite a breath into the back body where you feel it kind of stretching, lengthening, maybe a little resistance pops up. Try to just embrace that. And then bring your hands down onto the floor, and you'll actually use your arms to help lift you back up instead of activating the muscles of the spine, until you find yourself stacked over top of those hips and your shoulders, and then aligning your head as well. Amazing what just a couple minutes of yoga can do.
Yeah, I feel taller. And you spoke to that opening, which comes out of grounding, is opening being, and I know this is a tricky edge, but taking up your space. Opening more, coming more into your body, expanding, expanding your awareness, expanding yourself. You don't have to shrink to be safe. You can actually be more open and oftentimes be even safer, because we're more aware when we're guided by inner wisdom. Another nice little piece I like to add to this pose is just a little counter back bend. You can just bring the fingertips to the earth behind you and then start to plant your hands down, hugging your shoulder blades together, gently sending those knees towards the earth, and lift your belly, your heart. Even send your head back and keep the chin reaching up to the sky. The neck is nice and long. Melting down into that lower body, breathing and opening into heart center, into the throat. And just a very gentle release back. Bring the chin to the chest. Press up off the heels of your hands onto your fingertips. And again, nice and tall. Whee! The yoga ride. Bring your hands to the heart center here. As always, it is an honor to be in the seat of teacher, bringing you the pose of the month. And we're always open to hearing your comments, feedback, experiences. As always, you have our blessings along your path to peace, along your recovery journey. Namaste. The light in us sees the light in you.